were at the restaurant. I saw him while we were waiting. We waited quite long, actually, to be honest. We waited quite long. But I saw the chef, I saw all the food coming out, and we stood in the way and stuff. But somehow it was okay to stand in the way and also to see the chef, and he was like a bit nervous. Because, like, imagine doing a restaurant with like one of the most basic recipes, like the basic food we eat as humans, right? It's wheat.
Yes,
yeah?
Of course.
It's like basic, it's the most basic thing. And he's doing a restaurant with this, just like, he got all my respect for the basic things. I don't like Italian food outside of Italy. Yeah. Okay, please get this. Outside of Italy, Italian food mostly is, it's okay. So what I do, actually I trick the chef because I order a spaghetti bolognese.
Okay.
And this is like a very basic thing. And if the chef isn't taking care of the very basic things, he's not taking care about the rest,
of course,
right?
Of course, yes.
He's not taking care about the toilets, about the servers, about everything else. If he's not able to make a proper spaghetti bolognese, like my life when I'm working is traveling. The thing is, I travel a lot, and like traveling itself is a boredom time. Like there's nothing happening,
yes.
Right? There's new technologies like computers and stuff that entertain us, and actually I'm doing stuff. Right, so I'm just as I would work in the studio, I work while traveling. So that's the one part. And then when I come somewhere, suddenly there's people, and when you're with people, everything's okay, right? Because we meet each other. That's what we are made for. We are made for. Like
I agree with that. Yes, I agree.
And it's very interesting to get somewhere in the world, and in the end, it doesn't matter where. The people are the same. Of course, it's different, but in the core, no difference. And actually, that's what I like about my job. Yeah, but what I use is specialized computers. So all the machines I use are in the core. They're a computer. They're DSP or whatever.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, but and they do a task, and they do it much better than. Like a universal kind of computer.
Okay,
right?
Okay. So they are specific.
They're specific. That's what making them a tool instead of a universal entertainment touch screen device, which can be Instagram, Facebook, everything. Okay. No, they can't. They just do a specific task, but they're digital.
Yes. Going back to what you said before about cooking.
Yeah.
They are very specific,
very simple, very minimal, but they're on point. They do what they do on point. Yes.
On point.
I never DJed. So I only know the producer perspective, like the one who's actually making the music by itself. So you do music in the studio, and then you bring it to the stage. But the stage is different because it has to be much more direct in terms of the tools you use. In the studio, you have like if you would paint a picture, it's a very fine line you paint, right? And you have all the time you need. If you're on stage, you have no time. It has to be fast, it has to be precise, but it has to be like on point, in your face. Everyone needs to recognize it, right? So
you are trying to combine these two parts.
Totally, and that's where the universal kind of computer dies, because he's not able to be. It's general. It's not able to.
For what you need.
For being like fast, on point. Just this kind of like possibilities, and you have to choose one and do it and stand behind it. The computer gives you 3,000 possibilities.
And maybe it's a distraction. So you think about doing many different things, but they are not the essential part. They are not what you really need in that
situation. Yes. So what I do is I'm being a slave to Electron.
Okay,
the company who built the Octatrack, and they said, okay, we give you this parameters, right? You have a filter, you have some effects, you have an LFO, you have the amp page, and you have the main page where you can freeze stuff. That's it. Like no macro, no nothing. Okay. Well, there's the fader, and the fader can do like a freaking lot of things, but it's not that much if you think about Ableton, or if you think about a computer. It's limited, and this is very fulfilling on stage. I'm working on a track with Markus Vorgul. Yeah, Markus Vorgul, he's a DJ basically, and he also produces.
Yes.
So
he's a different approach.
Yeah, we have different perspectives.
Yes,
different approach. Yeah.
Yes.
So he really comes from the DJ perspective of like putting a record which is finished, right? You just put, you put something finished in here, and you take care that the next one which is coming is somehow fitting, and then the next one is fitting, and then the next one is fitting, and you think completely different about music, much more like from a perspective on a mountain, maybe, like you have like an overview of what's happening. But me as the producer, which I am, I'm thinking about technical and like machines and like details and like the very tiny things that make music what it is.
More analog, of course. I think maybe.
I don't know. It's like it's just a different approach, and every time I'm working with a DJ, yeah, it's.
Okay, so it's more detail-oriented production.
No, as a producer, I think in the detail. I think in techniques. I think in tools. I think in machines, in how things fit together. Like as a producer, I think about the factory itself.
Okay.
A DJ sees one factory, next factory, next factory. Okay. Yeah. So it's
more
it's
a
different.
generalist.
It's a generalist. Yes. All right. So like combining those two is incredibly interesting, because I think what comes out is very good, right? Because you combine those two distinct kind of thinking. But still, I don't know. I think the way I think, and when I'm doing music, I don't think about, does it sound good? Is it like proper for the club? Whatever. I just kind
express what you want.
It's like no. I really follow what I like.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's basically that's it. That's it.